Yo, what is going on, everybody? Before we get into the commentary and everything, I got two gameplays in the background. This first one is they're both hardcore, I'm pretty sure. The second video is a nuke with raw solar powered, and this one is a Juggernaut fail with the Titan Warden. You'll see I go off like somewhere towards the mid, like a little bit, get like a couple mega kills or something like that. But anyways, that's besides the point. I have another thoughtful-ish talk kind of video, important, I guess, like like how I did my motivation video. Doing another one of those this video, and this was gonna be a little bit longer and all that stuff. This one I want to talk about happiness and something that a lot of people find hard to find, and I just want to talk about it and just also hear everybody's opinions in the comment section, all that stuff, and yeah, and let's just get right into it, guys. I want to start off by saying like happiness is something that you have to find. Happiness first starts off by like loving yourself, obviously accepting yourself, and just all of that. Once you can love yourself, accept yourself for who you truly are and stuff, you'll find it better and easier to be happy with others and just to other people talking about you and talking about this stuff. Like even people talking down to you, you know what you are and you know what you can do and you know your strengths and all that stuff. So you'll know. You'll just know. And right here, I'm gonna tell you guys the definition of happiness. Happiness is a noun. The quality or state of being happy, and two, good fortune, pleasure, contentment slash joy. Now, happiness can come from plenty of things. A lot of people say money can bring you happiness. That's a whole different debate because money, I guess, can bring. I wouldn't really say money brings you happiness, but it brings you temporary happiness. Because money can buy you temporary things, but it can't buy you anything that lasts a lifetime. Like love. When I talk about love, I'm not talking about like a significant other, but like if you guys listen to J. Cole, you guys have heard the song "Love Yours." He talks about a couple parts where he's saying no such thing as a life that's better than yours, which is true. And once you can figure that out and accept that, you'll learn that you can be happy and content with life. He also talks about like people can have a bigger house, quote unquote thick, better looking woman than you, but as long as she truly loves you and your family truly loves you and everybody in that small house truly loves you and that house is filled with love and joy, that's complete happiness right there. And happiness is one of the hardest things to come by, obviously, especially when you're starting out. Everybody's happy when they're really young. I'm talking about elementary school days, right? Unless you're sadly in a dilemma where the abuse has happened, but we're not gonna get into that. It's a whole different thing. Hopefully, that doesn't happen to anybody. Or if it does, I'm sorry. Thoughts and prayers are with you. But happiness, I'd say the first step of happiness is beginning to accept and love yourself. And once you do that, everything gets better in life. Now, that's a hard thing, obviously, once you're accepting and loving yourself, because obviously, if you're like everybody has this perception where if you're skinny and have abs and the quote unquote perfect guy, shaped body, looks, all that stuff, for a female, they just think they're automatically happy, which is not true. And everybody thinks just because somebody is quote unquote fat or obese or bigger than life or stuff like that, they just think that they're automatically unhappy, which is also not true. But once you set, just all of that just has to do with loving yourself. Once you love yourself, you can feel truly happy, and nothing will really phase you as much because at the end of the day, you'll be happy. You'll have something that a lot of people don't. And another part of being happy is you brag about it. You don't like by brag I mean if you know somebody's feeling down and they're not really fully loving themselves yet, you don't be like, oh, like, well, you should start loving yourself and I do it all the time, blah blah blah. That's gonna make them feel kind of bad, but it's also gonna open their eyes up at the same time because they need to feel happy, and that's just how it is. Like they just need to feel happy, and that's everybody deserves to feel happy. That's just how it is. Everybody deserves to feel happy, but it all comes from that one step, learning to love yourself. Accept yourself, accept your family, accept everything that's happening to you, even the bad. Because after the bad, good always comes after the bad. Every time there's a storm outside, a bad storm, what happens a couple days? The sun comes out and everything's good, right? The water's all dried up, everything's good. After that thunderstorm, it clears and the sun comes out. All that sort of stuff. Every bad thing happens for a reason, obviously. Sometimes it'll make you stronger, sometimes it'll make you just a little bit more humble, bring you back down to earth. You know what I mean? Everything happens for a reason, and it's just, yeah, just everything just happens for a reason. It's just something that we all just need to accept, and just everything happens for a reason. You just need to know that, and the sooner we can learn that, and well, let me talk about what I said about bringing you back humble, because there's a lot of people with egos that just they have everything and they think they're automatically everybody thinks they're happy. Like, oh, like look up one of your rich actors or whoever you love that's single, one of your rich role models that is single and that lives by themselves and all this stuff, that's doing all the stuff that you love, like, oh, he's sleeping with another girl every night, all this stuff. You think he's really truly happy inside, he or she? No, because they don't have, like, they're living by themselves. Yeah, they're doing all this stuff. Money is buying them all this temporary happiness, not happiness that's gonna last a lifetime. Yeah, finding a significant other helps in the long run, but in the beginning it doesn't help. Obviously it gets better and better throughout the years, months, etc., days. But until you're, like, I guess you say, like, really, like, maybe about 3 years into about going to get married, then that actually helps. But happiness, you got to start with. You can't really love anybody else fully until you love yourself. That's just plain and simple. You can't really love anybody else until you love yourself. And when you learn to love yourself, you'll learn to just be more open with stuff. You won't be hiding stuff about yourself. Like, everybody has secrets. Everybody knows that. Everybody has secrets. Everybody has things they're not proud of in their lives. But once you can learn to leave that in the past and accept it and just be honest with your friends. That's all you need to do. Once you be honest with your friends and everything, it'll help out a lot. A lot more than people think. Honesty goes a long way. If you're not honest with your friends, you'll lose friends. I know that from a fact, because I've been there. So the better the honesty with your friends, even if you're not happy, if you're sad, but always spread happiness. Try to help people be happy, especially if you're happy. You always try to spread happiness. That's the most important thing in life. Happiness does so much that people don't understand. And when somebody is truly happy, it is literally a beautiful thing. There is so many things. It's just, happiness also comes from something that you really love to do, no matter what it is. If you love gaming, game. If you love eating, eat, be a chef. You love cooking, be a chef. You love playing the sport, play the sport, no matter what. Happiness is doing what you want to do and learning to love and accept yourself and spreading love amongst others. Like I said, it's the feeling of joy, all that stuff. Joy is a big part too, because it's in the definition of happiness. Happiness is just something amazing once you really truly get it. I'm still learning to love myself. Everybody is at this point. We're all, if you're from 13 to maybe about 23ish, you're still probably learning to fully love yourself, and that's okay. That's okay. Nobody should judge you for that. That's okay. Once you learn to fully love yourself, you'll have the biggest confidence. Not ego, but you'll have way more confidence, and everything will just fall in line. But the message of this video, guys, is just spread peace, love, and happiness, man. That's the most important things in life, and I just want to know what's everybody's definition of happiness to them. Not the full definition, but your own definition to you. Let me know down in the comment section. I'll be reading all the comments. I love you all for coming out to this video. Thank you. It's been blazing, guys. Subscribe if you're new. Comment down, like I said. Drop a like. It's been blazing. I love you all, guys. I'm out. Peace.